Peace and love, everyone. Peace and love. Now, today, I want to talk about the rise of the Catholic Church, their power. Now, Constantine, the Emperor of Rome, who legalized Christianity. Now, Roman empires, they legalized all religions in order to gain control of the population. Now, there were many churches and different branches of Christianity. Before the 3rd century, there were many different ideals spread. What gained the Catholic and Orthodox power, which made them the head of the religion, was because of their alliance with the Roman Church and Constantine. Now, Emperor Constantine mixed a lot of pagan ideals with the Christian faith. Now, that is heaps. Now, he was a sun god worshipper. So he's changed Jesus' date into 25th of December because back then, certain people gave births or tried to on certain seasons as holy thing. But also, the 25th of December thing, when Yeshua was born before this. Now, 25th of December was Horus was born of a virgin, Dionysus, the sun god, was born on this date. Hermes, again, born of a virgin on the 25th of December. Now, he included many things. He even made a statement, which he later a verdict, which he later put into the Bible, the Christianity. And this verdict is, all judges, city people shall rest on the venerable day of the sun god, which later become Sunday. Now, a lot of people that were pagans didn't want to just give up their beliefs that they were worshipping for generations. So they edited the doctrines, changed the writings, removed some, and they mixed in pagan ideals, holidays, and urban legends in with Christianity and made them Christian. So that way they could slowly forget their gods to control the population, have it under one religion. This was Emperor Constantine's goal. He wanted to look like he was Jesus' second coming, right? This is why a lot of early Christians stood up against the Roman Church. They hated the Vatican, they hated the Pope. Now, the Vatican made itself a state, and they were crowning kings in exchange for protection from the kings and also for complete dominance. They could dethrone kings and excommunicate them. Now, the Roman Church, they were, even with the Roman Empire, they conquered up other nations. They made the Franks submit to them and then convert to Christianity. They did the same thing with the Vandals. So that way they could get submission to control the nation. Now, see, both the Greeks and the Romans altered the doctrines. That way it would be easier to convert pagans and all this sort of stuff, and also to control the population, mainly control money, wealth, bring unification into their empire without questioning. And when the Vatican became a state and they had all this alliance, anyone that questioned the Vatican became a criminal of the state and was executed. Complete dominance, power, including older groups of Christianity, which they ordered persecutions. Now, a lot of saints were just heresy hunters, or just gave a lot of money to the Vatican or the early Catholic Church. They made them saints. Not really good people. A lot of the popes were evil people. The 13th Pope Gregory changed the calendar, which we use today, the Gregorian calendar, was made to throw women off their periods. Our old calendar went up with the moon cycles and added up perfectly mathematically. There was 13 months, and this went in with the seasons, and added up perfectly. There was no leap year or anything like that. So, a lot of this was for power and wealth and control. Now, the early Christians were Gnostics. Speaking in tongues comes from the Gnostics. Paper, introduced to Europe, was the Gnostics. They were teaching the poor how to read and write, including women. Now, the Catholic Church and Roman Church was more of a male-dominant society, so they wanted to remove this role so that way they had unquestionable power, and they made up a lot of myths, like Peter being the first Pope of Rome. Bullshit. That was a Catholicized myth, like how they made purgatory. You had to be baptized as a baby, you had to pay a priest to heal you. They were killing off the Gnostics for their medical and science knowledge. They were also doing this to pagans as well, because a lot of them had medical knowledge with herbs and all the rituals they would use, and they wanted to control it. So when they were killing off these people, calling them witches and all that, which is actually interesting, because Christianity first denied the existence of witches, and then when the Catholic and Orthodox were gaining the power, mainly the Catholics, they said they were here to protect people against evil and witches. So gave them justification to burn women alive and serfs and servants and all this horrible, nasty stuff. So a lot of people don't actually realize this. So a lot of the church fathers were heresy hunters going around killing earlier groups of Christianity and declaring them witches or heresy. They lied about the Gnostics, saying they were baby eaters and semen drinkers. This is bullshit. Absolute bullshit. Look at the horrible deeds the Catholic Church is still doing today. The Vatican, horrible, absolutely horrible. They're filth. They made a new age religion to control the people. Because with the Gnostic writings, you couldn't control people. It was freedom. It was looking from within. You are God. Everything around you is God. That this is just an existence, that we're living a human experience in order to know who you truly are, to evolve. You can't control people with this. You can't control people that want free education, human rights, that are speaking up. They were the scientists and mathematicians of their time. Rome wanted to control this. The calendars, even with certain names, August being named, which is where I'm born, in August, is named after Augustus Caesar. July is named after Julius Caesar. So it was all to gather control of the Roman Empire. And then when the Roman Empire collapsed, a lot of the churches tried to gain control so that way they could, say they're the successors of the Roman Empire. The Franks tried to do it, which were converted and then become like the successors of the Western side, but it wasn't really Rome. It was just what they were trying to claim to be. And then you had the Eastern side, which was actual successors of the Roman Empire, the Byzantines, but Byzantines sort of formed later. The Franks try to use their power with religious doctrines and the popes in order to say women can't rule. So they seen her rule as illegitimate. So male-driven society. And the popes were more than happy to agree. And there was more than one pope. See, there was even times that there were like 5 popes and they all declared each other as fucking devil worshippers or the Antichrist to gain power. Popes were murdering, poisoning people, doing incest and making parties of orgies that you could pay your way into. It was horrible. So a lot of people don't know about this. And then the Catholic Church today is condemning gay people, but yet just down the road from the Vatican, they own an all-gay spa house. Hypocritical. So it's money and power. In God we trust with the American currency, it's the government's God. They want to control you. So this is all generations of their successors of mass manipulation. Peace and love, everyone. I love you all. Connect to one mind and soul. Be free. Namaste.